Hello everyone, welcome to my continued journey with the Liven 8-bit warps. So one thing I've been trying to do with this setup is try to figure out how I'm going to work in the Volca sample, and my initial thoughts was I was going to use the Volca sample as a drum machine because through the limited discussions I've seen online about the Liven 8-bit warp, some of the things I've seen come up is people have complained it's not terribly great at making drum sounds. So I was thinking I could use drum samples on the Volca sample to fill that gap. But before I go ahead and fill up the sample with the sounds I need, I just wanted to give the warps a try to see what type of drum sounds I could pull out of it and if what I read was accurate or not. And short story, quick, yes, I wasn't able to really get great drum sounds out of the 8-bit warps. You know, I sat down with it with the same amount of time I sat down with my microKORG when I came up with making a drum machine out of that, and I was only able to get this kind of silly little bass loop, and really all it is just using the filters to kind of muffle everything where it sounds like kind of a club bass or maybe a car bass. I don't know, but that was about all I could do with my technical skill. And I noticed that the presets on it itself, the drum presets on it, were all using the limited FM engine to try to get some drum sound. So with my own experience there for a couple hours and looking at how they program the presets, I'm going to agree that this is not perhaps the greatest drum synthesizer, but that's okay. I wasn't planning on using that, and that's exactly what I got the sample for. So that's what we will be doing. We will be throwing some drum machine samples onto the Volca sample and going from there. Now, I didn't want to just leave it with my limited test. I wanted to kind of throw the 8-bit warps against a MIDI track from Final Fantasy 3 in the US. I think it's 6 in Japan. Anyway, I basically I like to record old Super Nintendo tracks just for fun. With VSTs. So I was doing that for Final Fantasy 3 with the kind of main theme here, and I didn't love how it was coming out. It kind of sounded generic and plain. I wasn't feeling it. So I thought, what the hell, I'll try to throw the 8-bit warps at it just to get, and another chance to try to get some drum sounds, and then to just see how the regular sounds on it work. And, I recorded a track with just using the 8-bit warps, which you can hear here. And once again, it's like, okay, sounds kind of cool, but I didn't love it. But what I did find enjoyable is using that kind of hybrid approach, where I like the drum sounds or whatnot I was getting out of the VSTs. I have a free VST that I use for my drum sounds right now on my computer. Yeah, it's basically a free version of the old Lindrum that I like. I really like the Lindrum sound, so I've been using that for most of my VST based music. But when I layered those sounds and some of the vocals coming from the VSTs there, that choir VST, that free choir VST, I liked what it produced, and here you can hear it.